Hello, and welcome to the reading for the energy of Libra. For this series, I am using the Dream Keepers Tarot by Liz Houston. This is the 1909 reprint of Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork. And this is a Timeless Tales Oracle deck, which I will draw a card at the end and to further impart some wisdom on the reading. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, Libra, is draw 3 cards from, oh, that just flew out. We will keep it. And it is the Ace of Pentacles. So my table's just a little dark at the moment. The backs of the Dream Keepers Tarot is just beautiful, and I wanted to showcase that. See how pretty that filigree is? And it's a very soft grayish blue, and with the lights turned all the way up, it washed it out. So that is that. So far we've got an Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I would like to say that this is for the energy of Libra. However you have Libra expressed in your chart, you may use this for that. We all have all 12 signs in our charts based on the house system. So though you may not have a planet or rising in the sign of Libra, you do have a house in the sign of Libra. So, and of course, this is a general reading, and so it may not resonate with you. So, and if that's the case, I would check out some more videos and choose a video based on title. Sometimes that helps to use our intuition. General readings were just the reader is pulling energies, generally, randomly, and it's really hard to pinpoint on your particular energy. Okay, so let me do a split here. And one more obligatory shuffle, and we will get your next 2 cards out, Libra. Whoa, that shuffle just did not work. I cut my finger, so I am, this finger is just not participating very much. So I find a lot of things are a little bit harder to do. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. This 9 of Pentacles has been making a big show up in our readings with this deck. And we've got the Page of Swords. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords here. So for me, all pages are earth, and then they express the suit that they're in. So this page is Earth of Air, and these pages in general are very curious and wanting to understand, but this page is more so deeply curious and wanting to understand issues of the mind, situations, and really almost on a psychological level, I guess you could say, is what this Page of Swords is looking to do. And we've got a 9 of Pentacles, which is the card of like luxury and opulence and kind of being set, having everything that you want as an individual. And with our Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost in stark contrast of this 9 of Pentacles, because an ace in reverse is indicative of a lack or a slowdown of getting the resources that you need. But the 9 is telling us that you have everything that you want. So let's use Pamela's deck. I guess we can't discount Arthur Edward Waite, can we? So we'll call it the Smith-Waite deck, right? So it was actually Pamela Coleman Smith's birthday on February 16th, and I did a video yesterday, just a little tribute video and a short little reading in relation to Pixie, which was her nickname. So, all right. Here we go, Libra. Let's see. Now we've got the Knight of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse, Four of Wands upright, Knight of Wands, the Empress, Temperance in reverse. Interesting. I started this way. And the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. I said that was interesting because I usually go from left to right, but this time I put down this row of cards from right to left. So I always say there aren't any accidents, which is why I kept this Ace of Wands. And I'm going to turn up the lights a little bit just because having those brighter lights really washed out the backs of this beautiful, did I show you guys this already? This beautiful filigree on the back of the Dreamkeeper's Tarot. And I just wanted you guys to see that, get a little bit of eye candy. Okay, so we do have Temperance and the Empress, and those are our two major arcana here. Oh, let me switch your view so you can see a little better. So with this Ace of Pentacles here, I'm getting the feeling that you don't really fully understand and are not fully aware and appreciative of what it is that you have. Perhaps you are living in a situation where you maybe think you deserve better, or you think that what's going on for you is not what you envisioned for your life, and I'm showing a lack of appreciation and even perhaps a little resentment to your situation. But it does seem like it's a situation that is good for you. However, you're really having a hard time just fully appreciating it for what it is. We have our Knight of Swords that's right next to the Seven of Cups here, and the Knight of Swords is usually is a card of rest, relaxation, a little bit of respite, and with him being in reverse, I don't know why I just gendered this card. That was funny. But this does look like a man laying right here. So with this card being in reverse, he's telling me that there is a lack of understanding and a lack of true appreciation for what it is that you have. And this Eight of Wands here in reverse is kind of, it to me feels like a bit of a warning sign to maybe slow down and really appreciate what it is that you have and what it is that you have done to get where you're at. And it's possible that there might be another person in this situation, this Page of Swords, who might be the key to helping you to understand. We also have a Knight of Wands here, and sometimes the Court cards can be indicative of a person or a personality. Excuse me. I have a nice little cup warmer over there, and I keep it out of the way because I'm scared that I will trip over the cord, knock over the hot liquid, and get liquid all over that heating element. So I just keep it out of the way. I definitely don't want my tea getting cold. We here in the Gulf Coast have had some really strange weather. Last week, literally I was in my chanclas, my flip-flops, and I had jeans on, and a t-shirt to go outside, and it was probably maybe about 80 degrees outside. And so today it's about 50. And last night I think it got down to 42. And so our house is kind of behind the times. And so it takes a little while for the house to adjust to the temperature outside. But anyway, our house adjusted, and it's cold in here. And so I'm needing to keep my tea warm, keep myself warm. Okay, so back to your reading, Libra. So this Page of Swords here, I think, is either you or another person who is instrumental in helping you realize what it is that you actually have. And this Knight of Wands here, he's our passionate knight, and he gets things done. And this energy here, coupled with the Empress energy, is really going to show you how you can blossom in this situation that you have going on. For whatever reason, you do feel like you're in a sense of lack, but it's because you're not really appreciating what it is that you have. And I think if you were to take the energy of the Empress and maybe start working within your situation, and whatever the situation is, whatever it is that you're not appreciating, just kind of do a deep dive with yourself and figure out what it is that you're not appreciating, what you're not happy about, and maybe make a list. Start out with the list. When you pinpoint that thing that you're not happy about, make a list of everything related to that, and see if it truly is that you're not appreciating it. See if you actually do have it, but you're not appreciating what you have, and so therefore you think you're in a state of lack. And when you figure out what it is, and you figure out what you're not, well, how am I going to say this? So after you make your list, make a list of all the things that you have, and those things that you have, use the Empress energy and start nurturing those things. Start taking care of it a little bit more. An example I can give would be perhaps appreciating a child. Sometimes children, they can, especially, preteens, they can come to you with these really strange TikToks or videos, and they just think it's the funniest thing ever. But, I'll look at it and I'll just be like, I don't get it. Like, what is so funny? And at sometimes in my adult life, my adult being, I will get a little irritated that I'm being interrupted, and by my preteen showing me this ridiculous little video. However, those little moments where the preteen wants to share something with you is something to be treasured, because in a few years, when they turn into teenagers, they're not even gonna want to be around you, so those little moments, it would be an example of something that I am unappreciative of, but I should appreciate it and nurture it. Even if I don't really think it's funny, maybe give a little giggle or start a conversation about it, and then perhaps find something and share with my daughter. And so that would be an example of finding something that you're not appreciating, and then nurturing that and moving forward. And with this Temperance being here, I put a lot of stock in these two cards. They don't necessarily have meanings in my spread. But these two cards here, Temperance is all about a balance, making sure that you're getting enough vegetables versus starches and things like that. Just making sure there's a balance. It's okay to indulge sometimes, but don't overindulge, and don't indulge every single day, because that will put you out of equilibrium. But the Temperance here is I think, is telling us that what you have is enough. Temperance in reverse is saying what you have is enough, and there's no need to kind of bring something extra into the system, because what's already in the system is there. It just needs to be viewed in a different way. It needs to be nurtured. It needs to be accepting instead of being annoyed. Okay. And that goes back to my little example. So, like I said, these readings are general, but however this can apply to you or a situation that you have, use this message in that way. Okay, with that being said, we're going to go to the Timeless Tales Oracle. And this deck, the art in this deck is just beautiful. I was astonished. I was in love when I first opened this deck and I started looking at it, and then reading the guidebook was really helpful as well. Each one of these cards is associated with a tale. Not necessarily a fairy tale, but a story, and I think that it really encapsulates the meaning of the story, and Olena did a wonderful job writing out the descriptions and whatnot, and the artists, what are they called? They are called Mid-Journey. They did an excellent job with the art in here. The colors are fabulous. All right, Libra, let's see. What do we have for you? Instincts. Okay, so this is the Little Red Riding Hood story. And in the book, everything is alphabetized because there aren't any numbers on the cards. The index, I'm sorry, not the index, table of contents is alphabetized. Okay. Embark on a journey of inner attunement with the Instincts card, its tales echoing alongside the timeless story of Little Red Riding Hood. Embodying the essence of intuition, the discernment of the unfamiliar, and the silent whispers of gut feelings, this card serves as a beacon, urging you to trust your innate senses. When the Instinct card unveils, its narrative in your reading invites you to attune to, trust, and navigate by the compass of your inner instincts. Okay, and what I get from that is perhaps the reason why you feel a sense of lack when you do have everything within your system is maybe because there might be something tied to those feelings. There could be a shadow aspect tied to those feelings. My irritation with my daughter, I can assign that to the way that I was grown up and the way that I was raised, in that children were not meant to be heard. They were supposed to stay in the background, stay out of the way of the adults, not bother the adults unless it was some kind of emergency or something. And so that kind of pulls at my upbringing a little bit. Not to say that that is one of the parenting styles that I adhere to, but that is just something that I grew up with, and that is something that is deeply ingrained in myself, and I have to actively work at things like that to not have those affect the upbringing of my children, because I don't agree that children should be seen and not heard. I believe children have a lot to offer us as adults, and it is our job to nurture them and to nurture their likes and their dislikes, and help them through this world, because when they turn into teenagers, it's pretty much their turn to start figuring things out. And even as a teenager, we're going to have to appreciate them during those times, because it's a natural instinct to want to go against what your parents say, because how else would you want to get out into the world, fly away from the nest, if you didn't have that instinctual drive to to do something different, to get out of the house, to challenge the way your parents do things. And on top of that, if we don't challenge the way our parents did things, how would we ever change as a community, as a race? You know, how would we get better? So we do need those changes coming through. Okay, let's see. I don't need to read that. So I'll read the meaning. The instincts card plunges into the depths of intuition, the inexplicable feelings that often guide our paths. When this card intertwines with your story, it mirrors the state of your internal compass, emphasizing its accuracy, possible distractions, and the weight it holds in your decision making. So I'm thinking that your discomfort or your lack of appreciation, it could be because you kind of, on an instinctual level, you know that something isn't quite right. And it's causing you, I know it's kind of a backwards way. I mean, why can't our instincts just write something down and tell us, right? But it's causing you to shine a light on the situation, and for you to look at this situation in a different way, in a different light. And so I think that's where this discomfort is coming from. It's because you're needing to make a change. I wonder if there's anything else. So there's some, in the upright position, sharp intuition, a phase of heightened awareness when you're deeply attuned to your gut feelings and act upon them. Trust in yourself, confidence in your internal signals, even when they defy logic or external pressures. And that is, going with my example, that's kind of going against that knee-jerk reaction to become annoyed, and instead appreciate the time that my child is wanting to spend with me. Okay. All right. So that is, oh, I didn't even show you your beautiful card. Let me transition. And there is your beautiful card, Instincts. All right, Libra, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you well on this inner journey of understanding yourself and understanding your world and becoming more appreciative for what you do have. And there's no shame in not being appreciative for your abundance. We are all on a journey of understanding ourselves and learning who we are, where we come from, and along those ways, we've picked up bad habits. And at some point, those habits were there to protect us, but eventually, we don't need those habits anymore. These cards, are they the same size? Let me see. They are the same size. Okay. That tickled me. All right. Have a nice day, Libra, and I'll see you next video. Take care.